Hi everyone, hope you enjoyed part one of the video with the interview with Nick and Robyn. This is part two, so just to recap that Nick and Robyn in January of 2020 unfortunately had their wedding venue go bust. So it looks as though they've lost the money there that they'd put down for that venue, but they managed to get a quick turnaround, new venue booked in for August this year, which is 2020. And unfortunately, COVID has struck, so there's obviously new precautions in place. So it was interesting to find out from Nick and Robyn what they've been told to do, how it's going to work on the day, the number of guests. So hoping this will help some of you guys out there if you're planning to get married during COVID. Thanks very much. If you like what you see, please like and share.
It was all back on track. And then how long till lockdown? When did you book it?
Months later.
Was it really?
Yeah.
8 weeks or so?
So
They
when
were
did
all
lockdown?
excited again for 2 months and then
And then
another
Yeah. Yeah, so obviously March was lockdown. Till mid to the end of March was lockdown, wasn't it? Third week of March.
Yeah.
We were sort of laughing about it, saying, "Yeah, you know, imagine if the wedding gets cancelled."
No, you were laughing about it. I was
Yeah.
It was crying and laughing.
So I thought, you know, I thought it was funny if it could happen. Laughing about it, and then obviously then everything goes into pure lockdown. Weddings get cancelled, and then it was like, oh no, this is happening again.
You just think you had the worst luck in the world.
Yeah. I just hope it's not like a thing for our marriage. We're going to be divorced in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, it can only get better from here. So
Yeah. True.
Yes, that was difficult.
Yeah.
Just obviously keeping an eye on what's going on. When they obviously said, I don't think they really said that weddings were cancelled. It was just not spoken about, and then they sort of crept it into a bit of guidelines that
they just
weddings couldn't take place.
they cancelled everything, didn't they? And then literally, so I was watching the announcement, those briefings every single day, and when he did his big ones, like on the Sunday night ones, I was like, oh, Nick, it's coming, he's going to say something about it. And he was like, he won't say anything about it. And every time I was just really sad at the end of it one night. Like, I was really sad because he didn't mention it. And then he did mention it. So the day that he mentioned it in his like House of Commons meeting. And he just said weddings of 30 people, but he wasn't that clear on whether it was in a church or just weddings.
First of all, it was 6, wasn't it?
Yeah,
The initial one was 6 people.
Really vague, yeah.
Yeah, it was 6 people. Remember we said it was going to be me, you, the kids, and then it was going to be 2 witnesses.
Well, he said 30, and then I got really excited for 30, and then our hotel called and was like, we can't do any of it. We can't do the day. And then they said, actually, we can do 6 people, and now they've said that they can do 30 people.
Oh, right, so the hotel called you to say, this is your number that we can do for the wedding sort of thing?
So when Boris did his 30 people statement, I was just like beyond happy because I thought it would be like 10, maximum of like 10 people. So I emailed the hotel last night and I was like, yay, 30 people. What does that mean for the wedding breakfast? Because obviously all the rumours around what you can have and what you can't have. So I thought, let's just ask and get a clear answer. But that was quite late in the evening, so I knew he wouldn't sort of get back to me. And then they called, around lunchtime the next day. So I went up, Nick was on a work call, I went upstairs and he was like, so the 30 people is for outside only, and we don't have a licence for outside, so we can't do it. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
I can't do the day. So I was obviously hysterical. And then he emailed me later and he said, look, we can do 6 people based on the whole sort of 2 bubbles, 2 households in like that can get together or whatever. And then the registrars then confirmed that we could have 30, so the hotel said we can have 30. So even the hotel, it wasn't their fault obviously at all, because it's all really confusing. But even that we had a yes, it's been like a real roller coaster, hasn't it, from what are we allowed, what are we not allowed.
Was go around like
Is it happening?
telling my family, like, yeah, it'll be 30 people, everyone's in. And then the next day was like, yeah, we can have 6. So
And then it was the
See you
whole
later.
wedding's off. Yeah.
Yeah.
and then it's back up to 30 again. So it's like, yeah, everyone's back in again. So it's been a bit.
But again, for now, because it's still 25 days away.
Yeah, true. There might be another announcement.
Still turn around and go, nope.
So what's the plan now? So is it 30 people at the hotel, ceremony? Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't do like anything else that's changed?
There's loads, literally. So the registrar sent the restrictions through last week. So basically, it's 30 people in the room, which the room can hold 120 people. So it's ridiculous to me that they can only have 30 people. But it's 30 people, including the 2 registrars and the photographer. So it's 27 guests, which is literally just our family, isn't it? Plus their plus ones.
Yeah.
And the restrictions were, so there was all this stuff about dads not being able to walk you down the aisle and stuff, but I'm not even allowed to walk down the aisle. So the pre-wedding interview that the registrar would usually do with us separately, we have to do it together in the ceremony room, and all of our guests have to wait outside, and then they just come in when we're done. So I don't have any form of formal entrance to the wedding.
Okay.
What was the other stuff? Rings. I have to hold my ring. You have to hold your ring.
Yeah, Dad can't walk down the aisle.
So you can't place the ring on each other's finger. You got to do your own ring.
Well, yeah. I mean, I would assume so.
It sounds a bit weird. Yeah.
I have to hold it, and you have to hold it. So I imagine them it. But that's ridiculous because we live in the same household.
Yeah, that's what's crazy.
I would have thought that because you're in the same household.
Obviously, if you weren't in the same household.
But yeah.
It's there's obviously like with like church weddings, there's no singing.
Yeah.
No one raising their voice.
Oh, can you have music?
We can't have any music. So the week before, whatever, we'd filled out our forms and we picked the song for me to walk into, and then the exit song. So we can't have any music at all. They've shortened it down. So basically, the guests come in. We say, "Do you take? Do you take?" Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Give each other a kiss because they haven't said anything about that yet, and then we leave.
With a mask.
Yeah.
It's going to literally be about 5 minutes, I think, 5 to 10 minutes in that ceremony room, and then. Well, yeah, you're quite happy about it, aren't you?
Yeah. In and out.
Yeah.
And then,
So there's no, because it's a hotel. Surely there's a bar at the hotel. Is that not? Do you not have a drink there or anything like that?
Well, they emailed yesterday, and I had to give a list of every single person that was going, like full names and contact numbers for, I think, test and trace, track and trace. And he said, "Oh, do you want any food, like canapes or drinks? But everyone needs to sort of like sit at a table by themselves." And I just said, "Look, we've got other plans afterwards, but we are going to have some photos around the hotel if that's okay with you. So if we can do that, if you can corner off a section for the guests to have a drink or two, that would be great." But they haven't come back to me. But I'm assuming so because they asked the question. So
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Okay, that's positive.
And what about where the guests are sitting? Are they going to be 2 meters apart when they're sitting down while you're getting married?
yeah, I think that they have to be. Well, I think it's a meter, isn't it?
Yeah, sorry,
I'm not
meter plus now, isn't it?
Do they have to wear masks? Does anyone?
No,
No.
they haven't said anything about masks, which is good because that was my cut-off point, wasn't it? I'm not wearing a mask. It's ridiculous. I'm not wearing a mask to our wedding.
Mask.
I can't do that.
Take your veil and your mask off, sort of thing. Yeah.
It's just ridiculous, isn't it? Like you pay all this money for the dress, so that's the other thing. The makeup at the moment, I can't. My makeup artist can't do my makeup.
Okay.
Hopefully that changes.
That could well change. Start of August, it's looking like maybe.
Oh, yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
But yeah, because of lockdown, I haven't got a suit yet. I only getting a ring melted down and then given back to me. But I only got that last week, so hopefully that'll be done by the start of August, or else it'll be an Argos ring.
Yeah, I suppose. Haribo, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. So yes, that's all got to be done. But because everything's pretty much been cut again, with the suppliers, we had to go from going, okay, well, we've moved premises because the place went into liquidation, to the wedding's still going ahead. We want the staff, to then going, okay, well, we can't have a wedding reception or a shindig after. So, we can't have any of the stuff that, we were going to have. We're only going to have a few of the flowers, all the lighting and DJ and all the rest of that rubbish that, that obviously you want and love.
I'm over that now. I wanted that back in like January, and now I don't want any of that now. I just want it done.
Yeah.
But they've been, all the suppliers have been good. We had a couple go, we don't want you to not use us, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which, was a bit awkward. But the rest are pretty good, haven't they?
Yeah, most of them have given up, because I was quite cheeky, to be fair, last week, and emailed them all, and I just said, look, I'm not cancelling on you. I'm physically not allowed to have a reception. Can we have our deposit back? Because obviously we are in the situation where we've already lost a shed ton of money on one day. And I was expecting them to come back and say, no, it's a non-refundable deposit, which they would more than, they'd be within their rights to do. But actually, 2 of them have already refunded it. And one of them, they fought it quite a bit, which I understand, because they're quite a small business. And I said, look, I wouldn't have even asked had we not lost all of the money previously. And she just said, look, if it definitely doesn't go ahead and the restrictions haven't been lifted, then I'll look at giving you a deposit back. And we were like, yeah, fair.
Well, we're going to have a party anyway later on in the year once restrictions have been lifted.
Probably next year, won't we? Maybe for like our year anniversary.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah, whenever you want.
We've definitely
And then yeah, just get rebook the hotel, and then just have a meet up at the hotel.
Because that's obviously a worry as well. Like rebooking, it's all well and good, like arranging a party for like December or whatever. But if the restrictions of social distancing and stuff are still in place, I'd much rather go for like our year anniversary and pray that stuff is normal by then, and we can have all of our original 84 people, and then how many people, we didn't even get round to doing the evening invites.
I remember doing that.
We'd have had 40, 50 extra people, so then everyone that we want can be in the same room and just celebrate what we should have been celebrating properly the year before.
The year later.
Yeah, and it's a good excuse to have a party on our first anniversary, isn't it?
Yeah. It's pretty special.
Yeah, it'd be great if it's back to normal. It'd be a great party. So
if it's not back to normal, it might be the 2nd year anniversary.
Yeah.
Who knows? But you're excited. You're looking forward to the day, though, making it special.
Yeah, I think we've done everything that we can physically do.
Yeah.
We've accepted that I'm still staying at the hotel the night before. We still get the glam room as part of the package in the morning for the hairdresser to come and sort me and my sisters out. We're going to have the ceremony, and then all of our family's going to come back here. I've bought decorations for the house and the garden. We're just going to go buy a shed ton of alcohol. And have a barbecue.
Do a barbecue.
Yeah,
proper rock and roll.
And then we're staying at the hotel the night of, aren't we?
Yeah.
And my sister's looking after the boys, which is really nice.
Yeah,
That's
right.
nice. Yeah.
So, we're trying to make the best out of a difficult, not a bad situation because we're still getting married, but a difficult situation.
Yeah,
sure. Hi, so that finishes up our interview with Nick and Robyn. We thought it was a pretty interesting story, and I'm really hoping that it will help some of you out there that are maybe planning or even plan to get married during COVID. So we might catch up with Nick and Robyn once the wedding's done and see how they got on, see how they enjoyed it. Please like and share, and if you have any questions, just drop them down in the comments box and we'll do our best to respond and answer how we can. Thanks very much. Bye.